Good morning, guys, and welcome to one of the most beautiful places in all of Mexico. This is a little hidden beach retreat, and it's definitely a little hidden secret in this country. Welcome to Puerto Escondido. Puerto Escondido is a small little town located on the West Pacific coast of Mexico. It's about an 8-9 hour bus ride away from Oaxaca city itself, and it's still in the province of Oaxaca. What's beautiful about this place is that it's got beautiful beaches, amazing waves to surf on, but unfortunately because of the pandemic, most of the main beaches are actually closed, so we're gonna have to get a little bit outside of Puerto Escondido, but we're gonna just want to see some beaches, maybe do some swimming. But it's a beautiful place. There's a lot of foreigners here, unfortunately, but at least because the main beaches are closed, everyone has to leave Puerto Escondido to explore the area. They're not concentrated all together. But right now we're gonna head onto the highway and hopefully catch a bus out of Puerto Escondido. Compared to other beach towns and beach cities in Mexico, for example, Mazatlan, this place is so chill. I mean, literally 5 minutes away from my hostel and the main tourist strip is scenery like this. Palm trees, rivers, just beautiful nature. It's absolutely stunning. This place hasn't become as developed as other places in Mexico, so it's still pretty charming in its own little Mexican way. But we're on the highway now, and we're gonna take a walk. We've currently gone on a colectivo. These are actually not really like buses. They're kind of like a horse-drawn carriage, but except it's not horse-drawn, it's car-driven. But it's a really nice experience. It's 8 pesos for one person anywhere, and it's a really cool experience. The locals take this around as well, so it gets as local as it can. It's really affordable, and this is how you can get around Puerto Escondido. Gracias. Right in front of me is probably one of the most famous beaches of Puerto Escondido. It's called Cicateca Beach, but problem is it's closed because of the pandemic, so we can't even get close to the beach. Now the beach itself apparently isn't very beautiful, and you can see from here the sand is kind of like a dark brownish color. It's not really beautiful. What this beach is famous for is their surfing. Professional world-class surfers come here to surf because the waves are absolutely amazing. But because of the pandemic, surfers can't even come here to surf because it's all just completely closed. Like, I cannot even get closer because there's just like lines and everything, and they won't let you actually get onto the beach. So it's completely closed, and we're gonna get back on the highway and continue our journey down out of Puerto Escondido. Alright, so what I didn't realize is that those colectivos, those sort of car things, actually only go as far as Barro de Navidad, which is a little bit south of Puerto Escondido. But after that, you've got to figure it out on your own. So here we are walking. Hopefully we'll get like a bus or a van or something to pick us up. But it's just me and the open road. Alright, we've gotten off the main highway and we're on like a little road that's running alongside the beach, but around this area there are also a ton of sort of lagoons, sort of mangrove areas, and we're gonna go check one out. But before we get there, there's a big sign that we just passed by that says this is crocodile territory. I really hope I don't run into any crocodiles, but that sign is not very reassuring at all. Hopefully you won't run into any crocodiles, but we're just gonna keep heading forward and see if we can make it to the lagoon without encountering any crocodiles. Well, it's been about an hour almost walking along that road back there, and we finally made it to this place that I wanted to show you. It's pretty nice and there's nobody around here, but I'm kind of scared because it is a crocodile territory and I don't see any crocodiles, but you know those things, they can just come out of the water and get you, and I'm standing right on the edge of the water, so it's not a good idea. This is Laguna de Ventanilla. So the lagoon itself is actually really long. It stretches a couple kilometers actually along the beach. So where we're walking, that path, it's actually between the lagoon on the left side and then the beach on the right side. But there's just nobody here and there's so much biodiversity. There's a bunch of lizards sort of crawling around. I just saw some birds flying. And this place is just so many animals, so much biodiversity. I think you can take like boat tours, but I'm not exactly sure where you get the boat tours from. This is just like a little local entryway. I just saw a local guy with his motorcycle. Speaking of which, he's just started the motorcycle. He's getting ready to leave. But this is, there you go. That's the engine of the motorcycle. But this is just so local. Oh, and there is a snake heading our way right now. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna leave this lagoon before the snake gets close to shore. All right, we're out of the lagoon. The snake is no longer close by, but I do have to say this place is super local. First off, there's nobody around me. Back there are a couple cows that were just like eating grass, and that's it around here. This is literally about as local as it gets. Here in Puerto Escondido, we've completely avoided the tourist crowds and beaches. That lagoon back there is absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, there's just too many trees. It's not a good idea for me to fly my drone there. It's probably gonna crash into something. And there's a bunch of wildlife in there, so I don't want to sort of disturb the birds or anything, or the crocodiles that may be in there, that are probably in there. But it's an absolutely stunning place. It's not easy to get to, I'll be honest. It's a very long and arduous walk, but it's absolutely worth it. We're gonna keep on walking along the lagoon now on the same path here. So as you can see, the lagoon is in there and the beach is on the other side over there. But we're gonna keep walking, see if there's any other entrances into the lagoon, and then later go off to the beach. All right, we have got a very big problem. I was flying my drone and it was a really cool shot, and then it crashed right into that palm tree, which is right up there, and the drone is stuck on top of the palm tree. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's nobody around here to help me, nobody to help me like climb the tree at least. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. All right, fortunately we found a guy to help us. Angel is climbing the tree right now as we speak. He's definitely know what he's doing, but I hope he can do it. Oh man, I'm praying. All right, well, thanks to Angel, he managed to get the drone back. I paid him about 20 pesos, but oh man, that was a very scary experience. I've never crashed it into a tree before. But we've got the drone back and we're gonna continue along our way. I don't think I'm flying my drone anywhere near a palm tree anytime soon, but it does look like the rain may be coming in soon, so we're gonna try and get out of here as soon as possible because this does not look good, and hopefully we'll get to a beach soon. Well, after a good 10-minute, actually no, more like half an hour from the place where we crashed the drone, we finally made it to the beachfront. This is Chanchai beach. And the thing is, it's a really beautiful beach. Nobody is here. The sand is white. The water is actually pretty blue, surprisingly. And the thing is, all the things around all those buildings are all resorts. They're really fancy, expensive resorts that usually people come to stay at. Much of it is still under construction, which means that this place is basically untouched. No tourists, no one staying in the resorts. All you hear is the beautiful waves just crashing onto the beach, and it is absolutely stunning. I can't believe how blue this water is, but we're just gonna chill here for a bit, and after that we're gonna head back onto the highway to see if we can get a ride to our next stop. If you're looking for a beach to swim at, this is probably not the beach for you. The waves are massive. They are huge. And although the water is really, really blue, it's probably not a good idea to swim here. All right, let's go ahead and head back to the highway. All right, we are back on the highway. Hopefully we'll get a bus sometime soon, or we're just gonna keep walking. I don't know, but I know I need water, so we're gonna go ahead and walk until we see maybe a store or an OXXO where we can get some water. Well, we finally made it to our next stop. This is the town of Mazunte, and it's, from what I've seen here, it's kind of like a hippie, tropical beach vibe. Super, super hippie. I mean, everyone around here is kind of like wearing their shorts and tops and palm trees. You have yoga retreats. You've got like vegan places. So it's super, super like sort of hipster, vegan friendly. And we've come to the most famous beach here. This is El Rinconcito. Unfortunately, it's actually really packed. Like, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of sort of umbrellas and everything. The beach itself is nice, but I wouldn't say that it's a great place to hang out because there's a lot of people here. A lot of people just eating, enjoying the breeze here. So I think we're gonna hang out a little bit here, but after that we're just gonna continue walking and seeing what other beaches Mazunte has to offer. I have to say, the water here is actually not as blue as it was when we were at the other beach earlier at Serranía, because I think it may be because there's just so many people, it's kind of gotten polluted. The watercolor isn't like a turquoise, nice, clear blue. When the waves come up, it's actually a little bit brown. So maybe this isn't the most beautiful beach in the world, but the vibe here is definitely nice. It's kind of like that hippie, vegan vibe. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head to another beach just down the coast here and see what's there to do, because this beach, yeah, it's a small beach. There's really not that much to do. Come to our next stop, and this is Zipolite Beach. It's right in front of me, but I'm not going to show you the beach. Why? Because this is a nude beach. Everybody here is basically naked. And I'm not trying to get demonetized here on YouTube, so I'm not going to show you anything on the beach, but I'll tell you what the beach is like. But just imagine a lot of naked people running there. I'm not going to fly my drone, I'm not going to shoot anything, because it's just a bunch of naked people. Well, about half an hour later, we are back here onto the strip of all the hotels and everything. I have to say, the beach itself is nice. Like, it's not the whitest sand, it's not the bluest water, but what's really sets that apart, of course, is that it's a nudist beach. So basically, I would say about 30% of the people there are naked. Yeah, and that's what people come for. This is like a nude beach. You can go skinny dip, that's what they're famous for. But other than that, the beach itself, the beachfront has tons of like hotels and restaurants, which I'm kind of surprised by. Like, there are more hotels there than I think there are in Puerto Escondido, the city itself. So it's a very, very developed area, and it's an area that you can probably stay at. Both Mazunte and this beach both have tons of accommodation options, and they kind of have the same, like, similar vibe. They're kind of like hipster vegans, like that's the sort of vibe that they have. So if that's what you're into, definitely consider planning a stay here. They have hotels, they've got hostels, there's a lot of accommodation options. I'm not sure about the prices, but I figure it'll probably be a little bit more pricey. But anyways, from here we are going to take a colectivo, which is going to take us to the highway, and from the highway we're going to take a bus back into Puerto Escondido. So there's not much that's going to happen today, and also the clouds are coming in. It looks like the afternoon rain is about to start soon, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's adventure. It's been quite a wild ride, a crashed drone, lost directions, long bus rides, but we finally made it to all the stops today. I have to say, for me, the best beach today was the first one that we saw next to the lagoon. That was, nobody was there, white sand beach, blue water. But if you're looking for the vibe, if you're looking for that sort of hipster, sort of vegan vibe, then these places, Mazunte, they're the place that you should consider. And because they're so accessible and they have tons of accommodation options, it's not too difficult to possibly plan a stay here. Alright, anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.